And we move back to Nigeria, where the central bank of the country, that's the CBN, over the weekend declared Oniwinde Adedotun, founder of the Aboki FX, wanted. Now, while responding to questions at the end of the 280th Monetary Policy Meeting, that's the MPC, of the Apex Bank in Abuja on Friday, Godwin Emefiele, the CBN governor, referred to Adedotun as an illegal FX dealer.
Well, Aboki FX is a website that publishes the parallel market exchange rate of the Naira against other currencies. Now, the central governor, bank governor, Emefiele, said he will be prosecuted for what in terms endangering the Nigerian economy. On Breakfast Central this morning, we have Kemesit F. Young, who is the head of research at SBM Intelligence. Good morning, Kemesit. Welcome to the program. There seems to be a divide over the video we're about to see regarding this one. But what do you make of this recent issue? Because Aboki FS really got everyone talking at the weekend.
Well, yes. So Aboki FX is this platform that was started in 2014. It's probably the most popular repository of parallel market foreign exchange rates in the country. It's widely quoted in the media, both locally and internationally. It's used by Nigerians in the diaspora, heck, even Nigerians within the country, to get a sense of where the BDC rates are reading of the Naira vis-a-vis, well, chiefly the US dollar and the UK pound, but it's got a plurality of rates for a multiplicity of currencies on its website. What sort of put Aboki FX in the spotlight was the CBN's latest moves in terms of curtailing the access that BDCs have to currencies from it, and considering that its fundamental business model is in tracking parallel market rates, that's almost immediate but certainly deep plunge in the value of the Naira in the wake of the CBN's announcement, I think in late July, just was something that it tracked, and it kind of underscored, what the real world effect of the CBN's move was. And the CBN was not happy that there was a website which basically was chronicling the adverse effects of its latest policy moves. And so in that sense, the comments by the CBN governor, should be situated. It's worth noting, though, that Aboki FX has been around for 7 years and counting, and no one thought that it was running afoul, of Nigeria's currency regulations or laws. So, the timing is certainly choice, and that is what has kept a lot of people talking in terms of, what this means, not just for, how regulation, goes forward from here on the currency side, but also what are the wider implications for press freedom and just the ability of Nigerians to know what their government is up to and how this affects them on the real.
Right now, Effiong, I mean, this is a story that has been trending over the weekend, and from Friday, there was even a press statement that was made over the weekend, as you can see on your screen, from Aboki FX. Now, how has the website contributed to the rise and fall of Naira, if at all? How?
From your very interesting body language, the question, I think, that sort of says it all, really. It's quite extraordinary that one of the country's foremost regulators would think that a website, however popular it is, would have an outsized or adverse impact on the national currency. It certainly takes a very creative argument to be able to hold that kind of position. And the fact of the matter remains that there are many people who are collecting parallel market rates. All of the major national dailies, to the best of my knowledge, do so. Some very important online websites also do so. Plus, many Nigerians can just pick up the phone and call their favored BDC exchange and get a price. It's also worth noting that the CBN itself publishes on a monthly basis BDC determined rates, right? But again, because the policy stance has changed, the regulator appears to be more adversarial and aggressive in terms of how it pushes back against what it sees as popular sources of perspectives that are contrary to what the CBN's received thinking is. I think the final point I should make, right, on that particular point is that if Aboki FX isn't doing it, someone else will do it. The fact of the matter remains that Nigeria, for all its purposes, right, is a fairly free country in terms of access to information, freedom of the press. We have a very aggressive and fiercely independent press, and someone would definitely take up the challenge and take up the gauntlet. But it's worth noting that Aboki FX decided to pursue a very cautionary stance in terms of how it might engage with the regulator, even though according to the statements that you just flashed up on the screen, they insist that they haven't been officially communicated to by the CBN or any government authority.
Yet the CBN governor brands it illegal and talks about prosecution even for their head. Well, thank you so much, Ikemesit F. Young, Head of Research for SBM Intelligence, so giving us a bit latest and a bit of insight on this matter with Aboki FX and the CBN itself. Thank you once again, Ikemesit, for your time.
A pleasure.